Hi guys, welcome to another Block Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at another logistics pipe. This time it's the request pipe. Now the request pipe is a little unusual. If you use the spanner on it, the GUI that you will bring up, as you can see, it's empty at the moment because this pipe isn't actually connected to a network. But it has several buttons on it. Now it is capable of displaying several pages worth of items which will appear in here. It will toggle between showing things that can be crafted, things that it has already in supply, or both. You can toggle the number of items that you would like to request and see stats on how many things have been requested on the pipe, I'm assuming at this point, and you can request stuff as well. So if we have a look at the recipe for it, we have a couple of gold gears around the base of the logistics pipe, so it's quite cheap when you compare it to the price of this remote orderer, which is a couple of diamond gears and 4 pieces of glass. So this remote orderer is 8 diamonds more expensive than the request pipe. And there are differences, and the request pipe I would tend to use almost as a stepping stone to a remote orderer. It's something you use when you haven't got the diamonds to make your remote orderer, but you want to be able to request things from your chests anyway. And the difference, well, I'll show you here. We have a basic pipe which I can use my remote orderer on to request things. Although I can actually use this remote orderer to request on any pipe, any logistics pipe I can request. These things aren't showing anything because there are no providers. This is a separate little network here, but I can, for instance, request, say, 10 yellow wool. Well, that's the chest that's got the yellow wool in. So let's do it over here. Request 10 steady yellow wool, and we can just move them around with this. Now I wouldn't be able to do that with the wrench because this is bringing up the provider interface. So that's the benefit the remote orderer's got. You can request any logistics pipe. The request pipe, however, when you use the spanner on it, will bring up your request UI. Now that can be useful if, as I say, you can't afford a remote orderer. Otherwise I think the remote orderer is better in almost any situation. So if we have a look at, let's see, request something over here, and then we'll see what the stats is going to show us. So that will basically say the stats for whichever item we actually have selected. So there you can see, because we requested some, it's basically telling us the inventory level change over time for whatever item we have selected. So if we were to request one of those and then check the stats, it should drop down to 1. Maybe need to come out and go back in again, or maybe not. It's obviously not doing it for that. You wouldn't usually find much use for that. I certainly have never used that button before, but that appears to be a little bit on the buggy side. No, it's updating okay for the yellow wool. Just doesn't seem to have done it for the magenta wool. Oh, there we go. It's updated for the magenta wool now. So I guess it does update, but it's not 100% accurate at all times, let's say. But otherwise, that is a very good way of being able to track how much stock you've got of something. And again, we toggle between craft, supply. Supply should in fact show everything. For some reason it went back to page 0. Both, nothing on the craft, because there are no craft items. I guess it puts us on page 0, which I would say is possibly going to be an unusual situation, because normally you'd have at least one thing being crafted on your system. And crafting pipes is something that we'll go over shortly as well. In fact, I think that'll be the next spotlight I go over, so that'll be something to look forward to tomorrow when I explain all about crafting pipes. But otherwise, this is a request pipe, kind of a stepping stone to a remote orderer, in my opinion. Although it's entirely possible you can go without using a remote order at all. I certainly find the remote order extremely useful because I'm extremely forgetful, and I normally don't have request pipes lying all over the place. So the remote order is a lifesaver. If you have any comments about the request pipe, please let me know. Follow me on Twitch and on Twitter as well, and you'll get told when I go live and stuff. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for another spotlight. Thanks for watching.